Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and my kitchen. My name is Liz and here on this channel I talk about all things kombucha. So today I wanted to talk about teas to use for kombucha. So please note that this is just my opinion and my personal experience, and as well as observations I've made from speaking to other kombucha brewers and talking to commercial kombucha brewers. Okay? So what works for one person may not work for another. The most popular and common teas to use for brewing kombucha are green and black tea. Sometimes you can even use them together, half and half, but those are the basic teas that people use. And those will grow you the best SCOBYs, I believe. So if you're just starting out, you might want to stick with those. Other popular teas are oolong, which I've never personally tried, white tea, which I didn't really favor, and hibiscus tea is another popular one. And then there's other types of those teas. For example, pure tea is a black tea, but it's fermented. So here are my tips for trying other teas, so the ones not previously mentioned. So the first thing is, if you're going to try a new tea, always make sure that you have a backup SCOBY and extra starter tea, just in case the SCOBY doesn't thrive or something happens. That way you don't have to worry about getting a new one. Some of the other teas might take less time to ferment, such as, for example, coffee kombucha doesn't take as long as regular tea, or they may take longer. So just be aware of that and check it every few days until it meets the flavor that you like. So the yeast and bacteria in kombucha feed off the sugar and the tannins in the tea. Some teas don't have tannins. So what you could do is, if you like the way a tea tastes and you want to make kombucha with it, just look it up first to find out if it does have tannins or not. If it does not, you could always add a few tea bags of green or black tea. That way you know your SCOBY's getting the proper nutrients and it will continue to grow. So here are some of the teas I like that are popular but not as common as green and black. And I have my notes written down, so I'm just going to read it straight off my notes. Nettle, red raspberry leaf. I have made red raspberry leaf kombucha when I was pregnant and I really enjoyed it. Chaga, which is actually a mushroom that is known to grow in Siberia. I haven't tried that yet either, but I'm real excited to try it. Chaga has a lot of amazing health benefits. Rooibos, I've tried that one. It was okay. Maybe I didn't make it right. Elderflower, haven't tried that yet, but it's on my list. Elderberry, I've did the second ferment with elderberry, but I have not tried the first ferment yet. Upcoming video. And coffee kombucha, also known as Koffucha, which I just did a video on. Okay, so I also wanted to talk about one of the biggest, what I think are myths about teas for making kombucha. And that is, don't use flavored teas. I've used flavored teas and they have been my best kombuchas. I still do second ferment sometimes I didn't. And I've had a great experience. For 1 year straight when I was new to brewing, I just used Republic of Tea flavored teas. And my SCOBYs grow so healthy and so nice. They were beautiful and opaque and just gorgeous. I wish I had a picture. But I've also used other brands. St. Alfred is one. They're out of France. And while the kombucha was extremely amazing, probably one of my best kombuchas, the SCOBY didn't thrive. So it's still fermented. The mother was in there. The top layer SCOBY still formed, but it wasn't thick and healthy. I just picked it out. It was slimy, kind of like the Koffucha ones. I just tossed it. Some of the other brands I've used Stash. I've used Lipton. Sorry, Lipton, I didn't really like the flavor. It was some type of apple one. That doesn't mean some of the other Lipton teas aren't good. And chai tea, I just did a video on how to make chai tea kombucha, and that works surprisingly well. I really didn't think it was going to work because there are a lot of different oils and so many different flavors thrown in there to make chai tea, but it was a success. Some other things I've heard people have made kombucha with or put the SCOBY in to make is coconut water and pineapple juice. That sounds a little crazy to me. I would rather just do the second ferment with those flavors. But hey, what's wrong with experimenting? Find what you like. A word of caution on those things though, they do have a higher tendency to mold. So if you're going to try one of those, or maybe some type of juice, apple juice, then I would recommend using a lot more starter tea. So maybe double up the starter tea and make sure that it's a really strong starter tea. That way it will lower the pH to be more acidic so that you have less chance of mold. Okay, so let me know what teas you use and which ones are your favorite. I love to try new teas. I'm just going to show you which teas I have right now in my cabinet. So I have 365 Whole Foods brand organic black tea, one of my favorites. Frontier Black Ceylon. I don't know if I said that right. Please let me know if I did. That's a really good one. Hibiscus flower. I don't know if it's just this brand, but I didn't think it was that great. So I need to try another brand. Maybe I'll try Republic of Tea. Chai tea, twinning. Thank you very much. I have a batch brewing with this. I think it's going to be good. Well, I hope. I've never tried passion fruit before. Green tea. I love this tea. It's so affordable. It's organic. Pure tea. Has anyone ever had pure tea? Really good. And then I bought this one, Twinnings, and then I read that you're not supposed to use this. But then I found a commercial brewer in Germany who says, go for it. It's really good. It's supposed to be like a strong woodsy flavor, so probably be an upcoming video. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, please leave me a comment of what you thought was the best part of it and give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel. If there is something that I haven't already covered that you're interested in knowing, please leave me a comment. I am totally game for trying new things and experiments. So let me know and have a great day. Cheers.